Todd Dunstan always knew he wanted to be a builder. He eventually started his own carpentry business and did well. Meanwhile, one of his sons started going through some difficulties. As a single father, Todd had a tough choice to make.
I decided to quit my business for a while and work for someone else just so that I could spend a little more time with him. There's something about family that is more important, and that you will sacrifice and go through anything for your family.
His new position provided a decent salary for a while, and then his pay was cut in half.
I used up the little savings I had. I did take some side jobs. It didn't add up, though, to quite enough, and I kept getting more in a bind with my bills.
He cut corners to try to make ends meet.
All of a sudden, my good intentions of spending time with my son began to be serious. I learned how to make COR, casserole, clean out refrigerator.
At one point, he had to go to a food bank for help. He also fell several months behind with his mortgage.
It's a gut punch when you get a letter that you could lose a house that you worked very hard for.
As a Christian, Todd had tithed for years. Even during these lean times, he continued to give to God.
Because I was a giver, I had a little more confidence that God was going to take care of things for me. I felt like I had nowhere to turn but to the Lord. And that was also my desire, is to see God move on my behalf.
Then, one Sunday at church,
the pastor read the verse before offering, and God started speaking to me immediately. And he said, "Todd, I've seen your need and I've taken care of it." I got home. The moment I shut the door, click, my phone rings.
The call was from a former contractor of his who wanted to hire him for some big projects. Todd accepted and then asked if he could get a cash advance even before the work began.
And he did not hesitate. The next day, there was $4,000 in my bank account. Hallelujah!
The advance allowed him to catch up on his mortgage and his bills. And that was only the beginning. He continued to work with that client for several years, during which time his income substantially increased. Best of all, by this point, things had started to improve with his son.
I believe it was beneficial for him. I began to see a change in him. He's holding down a job. He's actually has a small business himself in another state.
Todd is once again an independent contractor, and having struggled himself, he now likes helping others as a CBN partner.
I like how they go to different parts of the country and different parts of the world, and they're there to lend a hand and to help people in their faith when they're in trouble.
Today, Todd's income has quadrupled, and he and his family are doing better than ever. He encourages others who need a miracle to give, just like he does.
We all have a part in building God's kingdom. I would challenge others to support the work at CBN. He sees it. He doesn't forget it. If you're in a difficult situation right now, whatever the problem is, you can trust God with giving. God is going to come through for you.